it is time to get started with our second lesson in Book 3, Saxon Math. Today's lesson is on counting patterns. Something that I forgot to mention yesterday, this is for parents and students alike. If you are following along in your Saxon Math book, the very first page of each lesson, for lesson 2, it starts on page 13, there is something called the power-up. And the power-up is a really important part of this curriculum. Every day it's going to have your child practicing skip counting. It starts out really easy with having them count by ones and then by twos and fives, things that should be review for third graders. But it will progress through the year till actually today we're going to practice skip counting by sevens, which is one of the harder ones, and counting by fours can be harder for third graders. So if you are doing the power up, it has that skip counting. There's almost always a time or measurement problem in the power up, and then it has some mental math problems. That power up is really powerful to help your child kind of internalize what they're learning and start to make math easier, which in turn makes math more fun. So like I said, if you're doing this Saxon Math curriculum, please make sure that you're doing the power up with your child. The questions are there for you. Like I said, it's mostly mental math or review things that they should know, help them out where they need help, and please make sure that you start your day with that power up. So my boys and I have just finished the power up and we are ready to get started with our lesson. So counting is something that you guys learned long time ago, probably preschool, where you would start counting with mom or dad or whoever was taking care of you. We count by ones as soon as you start to learn numbers. You play hide and seek and you count 1, 2, 3, all the way to 20 or 50 or however long you want to give your friends to hide, right? Well, we also skip count. We count by twos, we count by fives, we count by tens. Those are all second grade skills that you should have some practice doing. All of these are counting patterns. So I want you to look up here, I have a definition. A counting pattern is a sequence that follows a rule. So that word sequence is something that you might see again, you will see again in your Saxon Math book. A sequence is just something that goes in order. And a counting pattern is an order of numbers that follow a rule. So if we're counting by twos, the rule is we add 2 every time we say a new number. So we start at 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is
4 plus 2 is 8.
Too many. 4 plus 2.
4 plus 2, 6.
4 plus 2 is 6. And we would keep adding 2, and then we count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. So that's what a sequence is. We're going to practice several sequences today. We're going to start with your calendar. So if you did lesson 1 and you made a calendar yesterday like my boys did, you're going to get that calendar out right now. Hit pause and go grab it. If you don't have a calendar, you're welcome to look here at my big calendar so that you can answer this question as well. So, find the column on the calendar that starts with 7. You guys find it on yours, and I will follow along on my big calendar. Here's my 7. All right, what are the 4 numbers in that column? Remember, columns go up and down.
14.
So we have 7, 14, 21, and 28. You guys just counted by 7. You at home, you just counted by 7 if you read all the numbers in this column as well. We're going to do that again a little bit faster so that we can start to memorize this.
7.
Let's do it with me so that we can all do it together, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 7, 14, 21, 28. Let's do it again. 7,
14, 21, 26, 28.
Okay, let's do it one more time. See if we can do it right the whole way through. Ready? 7,
14, 21,
counted by sevens. So the next three numbers in this sequence, we have 7, 14, 21, and 28. We want to find the next three numbers in this count by seven sequence. Well, we have a rule to our sequence. So 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. 21 plus 7 is 28. So what do you think we need to do to find this number? What have we done for each of these? We did plus 7, then we did, my marker's getting a little dry, plus 7, then we did plus 7. So what do you think we're going to do here?
Plus 7.
Plus 7, it's a pattern. So we want to know what 28 plus 7 is. I'm going to show you a trick a little bit later in the year, but for now, if we just want to draw tally marks or use your fingers, that's okay. So we're going to start with 28. We put that number in our head, and then we'll say 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
Hold on.
See?
Hold on.
I added my 7 tally marks and I counted while I did that.
Wait, 35?
So we put 28 in our head,
35?
and then we count 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
35.
So the next number in my sequence is 35. What do you think I'm going to do here?
Add 7.
We're going to add 7 again. So we put 35 in our head, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42.
42.
We're going to put 42 down as our next count by 7. And what do you think we do here to find our last number?
I think it's
We want to
49.
add 7. You think it's 49. What makes you say that?
Oh, because this plus 7 is 9.
Oh man, you're so smart. You have already figured it out. He knew that 2 plus 7 equals 9, so he's not going to have another 10. He said, I think it's 49. You are absolutely correct. The next number in the pattern is 49. And now we've counted by 7 times. That's a lot of 7s. All right, we're going to practice a little bit more with our calendars. So once again, folks at home, you're going to use the calendar you made yesterday, or if you want to follow along, you can use my calendar on the board. We're going to use the calendar to help us practice skip counting. We are going to skip count by 2s all the way up to 30. So we're not going to start with 1, we're going to start with 2. And when we skip count,
We're
we
skipping
are
the number.
skipping 1. Right. So we skipped 1, we say 2. Then we're going to skip 3.
4.
We're going to skip 3 and say
4.
4. Then we skip and
6,
say
8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30.
Okay, we're going to do that again. Folks at home, if you were not saying the numbers with us that time, I want you to make sure you're saying them now. Let's do it in our best squeaky mouse voice. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. This time, let's do it in our deepest grandpa voice. Okay, deep grandpa voices. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8. I heard a 7. Let's start again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. I heard a 25. Let's start over at 20. 20. 22.
24, 26, 28, 30.
Very good, deep grandpa voices. Okay, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna skip count by threes. So now we start with 3, and we don't just skip 1, we skip 2 numbers on our calendars. So follow along with your calendar and we'll do it normal voice the first time by 3. Ready? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Okay? Do you think you guys can do that without me? I'm going to point to it, but I want you to say it without my help. Start with 3. Ready?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 21, 24, 27, 30.
You got it. All right, we are going to skip count. We did 2s, we did 3s. What do you think is next?
No.
So this time, look where we're starting. How many cards am I going to skip?
4.
I'm not going to skip 4. I'm going to skip 3 to say the 4th number. Okay? So with me, ready? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. That's it. We're out of numbers on the calendar. Okay? Let's do it again. This time, can we do it in our yeehaw cowboy voice? Ready?
I don't have one of those.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I think mine might have been more of a southern drawl than a cowboy voice.
But I'll try again.
All right, last time without me. Ready?
4, 8, 12, 15. Don't know. Oh no. 15. 16.
16. Let's start back at 4.
You said
Ready?
yeehaw. 4, 8, 12, 16. Stop saying 24, 28.
Yes. So I know that you're following along on your calendar, and I think you're missing the 16. You've got 4, 8, 12, 16. You have to go to another row because it's a Sunday. 16, 20, 24, 28. Okay? All right, last one. We are going to skip count by 2s from 30. We're starting at 30.
No.
All the way down to 2. So we're going to go backwards. So we have to start at the end of our calendar, and we're just going to skip 1 card. Ready? 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and we're done. Not 1. If we're at 2, we're not going to say 1. We'd go the whole way back to 0 if we wanted to say 1 more number. Okay? Let me hear you do that without me. Ready?
30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 28,
Oh, going backwards. Not 28, but 18,
16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 16, 6, 4, 2, 0.
0. Okay. All right, we have some lesson practice problems that we're going to do together with the folks at home. I've got them up here on the board. This is problem A. We need to fill in the next three numbers in this sequence. So, gentlemen, what are we counting by here?
3.
We're counting by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. So how do we figure out what goes there?
It was 3, 6. What? Wait, 3, 6, 9, 12.
And then what comes next?
14.
Nope, that would be plus 2. We're not counting by 2s, we're counting by 3s.
15.
We want to add 3 here, so 12 plus 3 gives us 15.
18.
18. We're adding another 3.
21.
21, you got it.
1?
All right, what's our pattern here?
10. No. 1. 1 minus.
We're subtracting 1. Exactly. So 10 minus 1 is 9. Minus 1 is 8. Minus 1 is 7. So what comes next?
6. 5. 4. 3.
Boom. Oh, I do want to point out, see the dot, dot, dot here?
Yeah.
So this is kind of some math notation. It's how mathematicians write in order to show you something. What these mean is that this counting pattern can go on forever and ever and ever. We can continue adding 3 until we have to go to bed at night. We could do it forever. We could count backwards because eventually when we get to 0, we're going to get into negative numbers, but we won't be doing that in 3rd grade. Okay? That'll come next year in 4th grade. What's our next pattern? 80, 70, 60, 50,
Something. 40.
40. What's our pattern? What are we doing?
40. Subtract 10.
We're subtracting 10. So 50 minus 10 is 40.
30. And 20.
You got it. And our last problem is we're going to skip count by 7s. All the way up to 35. Is there a trick that I showed you that could help you do that a little easier? Were we skip counting by 7s a little earlier today?
Yeah.
We were. What were we using?
Adding head.
What in the room were we using to skip count by 7s?
Our calendar?
We were using our calendar. Why would the calendar be so helpful for us to skip count by 7?
Because there's numbers on it and we're using numbers.
There are numbers on it, but there's something special about a calendar.
I have no.
Do you know what it is, Riker?
It tells you who whole time month.
It gives you all the days in a month, but we're skip counting by 7. What does that number mean to you when we're talking about a calendar?
It helps us.
What does it mean to you at home? We're skip counting by 7. Why is 7 an important number on the calendar?
I have no idea.
There are 7 what?
Days? Days in a week.
Ding, ding, ding. There are 7 days in a week,
Ching.
which means our calendar is perfectly set up to skip count by 7s. We just find the 7,
Yes.
and then we skip count. Ready? 7, 14,
21, 28.
and they want us to skip count all the way to
I don't.
35. So where does 35 come in?
Where?
Is it next?
Right. Yeah.
If we had 35 days in a
Yes.
month, it would be down here. So let's do it the whole way through, and don't forget to include 35 at the end. Ready? 7,
14, 21, 28, 35.
Awesome job. You guys did great. You guys at home, I hope you are also doing a wonderful, fantastic job with your math this year. I cannot wait to see you. Once you see this, please feel free to text me or contact me in some other way if there are any questions or any way that I can help you out with your math. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.